In this video, we're going to do some quick worked examples of recognising trig graphs. Let's start with y is equal to sine x, where x is between 0 and 360 degrees. We start at 0 degrees and we have now a value of 0. We come up to 90 degrees and we have a maximum value of 1. We come back down to 180 degrees and have a value of 0. We go to 270 degrees and have a value of -1. And then back up to 360 degrees with a value of 0. So we have here 0, 0. We have a maximum value of 1, a minimum value of -1. This point right here is the maximum, and that is going to be 90, 1. This point will be 180 degrees, 0. We have 270 degrees and -1, and we have 360 degrees and 0. This graph now cycles in exactly the same fashion to the left and to the right. So we have an infinite number of these cycles. So we can say that y is equal to sine x, and we can say in this particular case x is going to be between 0 and 360 degrees. So that gives us the graph. If we look at some of the key features here, we have now, if I drew a line and I put a line across here, if we have a value x degrees in, we will have now the same value x degrees back from 180. So we can say now that the sine of x is equal to the sine of 180 minus x. So a nice example of this now is that the sine of 30 degrees, and if we just put this on, 30 degrees gives me 1/2. And the same value of 1/2 is going to be 30 degrees back from 180. So this is 150, 1/2. Some questions might ask you now to use this property. They will tell you that there's one value this far in, and then you work out from 180 backwards the other value. So that's y is equal to sine x, where x is between 0 and 360 degrees. Let's go ahead and look at cos x. Sin x and cos x are the two main graphs that you will need to recognise and learn. This now is just a translation of the sine curve. It's just been moved now 90 degrees to the right. This time we start at 0 with a maximum value of 1. We come down now to 90 degrees with a value of 0. We come to the minimum value, which is going to be -1, and that happens at 180 degrees. Back up to 270 degrees. And we have a 0, and then we come to 360 degrees where we have 1. So this point right here is 0, 1. This point now is 90, 0. We have 180, -1, 270, 0, and then we have 360, 1. This now is y is equal to cos x, where x is going to be between 0 and 360 degrees. So that's the interval there. Again, this graph cycles to the left and to the right now, and it just keeps going and keeps going. If we now look at the cos curve, let's just go ahead and draw a line on here. If I put a line across, we can see now if I have a value x degrees in, it will be the same value now if we have x degrees back from 360. So for example, I'll put this one on, and this is a nice one to look at. If we had now here the cosine of 60 degrees, that's going to give us now 1/2. And we could say now that 360 minus the 60, which is 300, would also give us 1/2. So if we just write here that cos x is equal to cos of 360 minus x. So in a question you might be asked to show something given that we have one of the values. So we have now the maximum value of 1. We've got now the minimum value down here of -1. Exactly the same now with sine, maximum of 1, minimum of -1. These just occur now 90 degrees further on or further back, depending on how you look at it. Okay, let's finish off now with the third graph. This one is less likely to appear, but it's included for completeness anyhow. This is going to be y is equal to tan x between 0 and 360 degrees. We start now at 0 and we come up. We have what's called an asymptote, and that asymptote is at 90 degrees. That means it's undefined at this point. So we can't have now the tan of 90 degrees. To the right, we have now the curve coming back up, and it will come round like so, and this is the point 180 degrees. We then come back round, and we can see now that it cycles up, and this is cycling every 180 degrees. So our next asymptote is just here, and that is at 270 degrees. We then go ahead and draw the curve, and we're going to come now to the other side. Let's just extend this, and we'll come up round like so, and that will be 360. So our asymptotes are here at 90 and 270 degrees. So we have 0, 0. We've got this point, which is going to be 180, 0. We have 360, 0. We've got now y is equal to tan x, where x is going to be between 0 and 360 degrees. Again, this curve just repeats in the same way. So if we went this side, we'd come down. If we went this side, we'd come up, and we'd have another asymptote. We can say that the tan of x is equal to the tan of 180 plus x. So a nice one to look at now is that the tan of 45 degrees, this would give me 45, 1. If you want to try that on a calculator, you will see that. What we'll have now is 225, 1. We've just added now a multiple of 180, then we'd have 405, 1. Just adding multiples of 180, and that's what that says. So that's what we have. We have now the three graphs. Y is equal to sin x, y is equal to cos x, and y is equal to tan x. These two are the main ones to learn and recognise and be able to sketch. Tan x may come up, and this gives you some idea of what it looks like.